Hello, hello, I am Bean and welcome back to the Collector's World. We are pretty much where we left off, but the big difference is we are in 1.19. So the wild update has came out since, and I haven't played around with it. I've sort of kept up to date of what they've added and things like that. But we have some plans today. We're going to explore a little bit of 1.19. So I'm going to leave finding that deep dark cities or whatever they're called until next episode, and we'll figure out something to do down there. But what I want to do is, we haven't done a collection in ages now, and I think it's long overdue. Some housekeeping before we start. Last episode we built this moss farm. It's working pretty well. Again, don't worry about these things that drop on the floor. They don't despawn. Sooner or later they sort of get washed away. I've revamped the collection system. I've added a sorter at the back here. Now this collection system is quite special really, because we have all the little bits and bobs that our moss farm collects, but obviously we want bone meal. So in here is where the bone meal goes. When we start getting a lot of something, we go, no, I don't want that much moss blocks. So that will start composting the moss blocks and start converting it into bone meal. We can do the same with all of the things that we want. So seeds, I might keep some seeds. Nah. But I'm probably going to keep these two for now, because they don't get dropped up in the moss farm as much as these other three. So I'm going to let these run down, and as you can see, it gets us a healthy amount of bone meal to replenish upstairs and stuff. This decor isn't final. I kind of like where the vibe of this room's going. We've got some acacia, some copper, some deep slate on its side. But I'm not keen on the ceiling, so we might be able to resolve that today. I've added in this little maintenance hatch that just takes us around the back of the redstone if we need to change it. I'll quickly give you guys a quick overview if you want to. Blah blah blah. If you want to pause and see what's going on there, you can. I'm not going to make a tutorial on item sorters. There's tons of them out there. So the other thing I forgot to mention is, while we were building this last episode, I actually breached into a cave up here. So I did just add a ladder. I'm going to kill this farm for now. I did add a ladder up into this cave, and this cave just sort of comes out on top of our little hillside. Not quite on top of it. We've still got a little way to go up the hill. But yeah, it has a really cool view from up here. So our path to our storage room is sort of over that way. Our safe is sort of there somewhere. So we can link up the paths at some point, and it will just add another nice sort of variety way that we can sort of get around our base. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go do some exploring. I want to go explore the new mangrove biome. Like I said, we haven't done any collecting for a while, so I'd like to do a bit of a collection in this episode. I've only got a tiny bit of food. I don't think we need much. I should probably grab some more, but I'm not too bothered. I made some fireworks, and we're gonna go off together, maybe in this direction. We've explored to the north a lot, so they're generated chunks. So what we're looking for is a swamp biome. Oh, there's an ocean just here. That didn't seem far. Oh, our end port was this way. Maybe we go this way for a bit. Yeah, so what we're looking for is the new swamp biome, the mangrove swamp. I'm getting a little bit of lag here in the game. I'm not sure if anyone else has experienced this. I've got a pretty good PC. I shouldn't be getting any stuttering at all, really. But let's keep flying around, and I'll bring you back in when we find a swamp biome. Not the new swamp. Let's keep going.
First blood! Double kill! Triple kill! Monster kill! Ludicrous kill! Godlike!
Okay, I've just paused it because I think we're just coming up to one, and I thought we'd do that together. So here it is. Oh, it's tiny. Well, maybe it's long and thin. And yeah, good size actually, by the looks of it. All the chunks are just loading in, so let's get down here, shall we, and have a look. So here's the mud, I guess. Oh, my mouse is doing that weird thing. Here's the mango trees. Can I farm that? I can. So I've just been raiding some places kind of as I went. Don't need all these. Can we? Thank you. Oh no, don't want to burn this down yet. Just got here. Oh, what's that? Oh, can't have that. Maybe silk touch. So these mangrove roots, they are. And muddy mangrove roots. Okay. Okay, cool. So we'll have a play about with that when we go back to base. But that's quite nice to learn. Let's get rid of some of these. And, oh, does drop. What are these? Mangrove papagal. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Is that like a sapling? Maybe. Take that with us. Do these give us saplings? Is there actually a tree part? Ah, there is. So I thought I remembered that there was a new type of wood in this. So I'm going to grab some bits that I can find. So I can't grab them. What's that about? Do these give me saplings at all? Oh, I guess these are your muddy mangrove roots. That's quite cool. We'll have to see how they tie together. I found out, I don't know why I didn't try this beforehand, but axes just rip through these roots. They're going to be so easy to farm. Very good. Okay, let's try the shears on these things. Nah, doesn't look like it either. So what are they? I feel like they're used for something, unless they're not fully matured. Or, actually, that one that we found was on the ground. Can I get out of here, please? So I wonder if... Oh no, I am getting them. Nice. So yeah, so I presume they're the seeds for the mangrove. I'm not sure. Let's have another... Let's carry on looking around. So we have got dirt in here. A lot of this mud. Which is a really cool texture. I actually really like the water texture here. It's kind of like turquoisey a bit. It's got quite a nice texture to it. I'm not sure what else is in the new swamp biome. It seems a bit dead. It's nice. It's like jungle-like, and it's kind of hard to get around, and it's sort of quite high up and sort of surround you. It'd be really nice if you started the game in this sort of biome, just because it'd be a bit of a mission to get out, you know. So, or maybe that would be horrible. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I just saw one of them propagates or whatever they're called, and this one seems to be smaller. Stage 0. So they do grow. Let's find another one quickly. Oh, a bee. Another one here. And that is saying it's stage... Oh, age 3. Where's that other small one? So there's that one. Age 3 and age 2. So they do grow, they mature. Not sure what happens to them afterwards. Let's sleep. Okay, so I've been digging some mud out and some roots and wood and stuff like that. And I've been running around here for a while now, and it just seems kind of lifeless. I really like it. It's got potential, but it doesn't feel alive. Swamps you normally associated with, I don't know, like buzzing bees and wildlife, dragonflies. I know they added frogs in this update, and I presume I would have found them by now, but I've spent like half an hour in this biome and I've just seen one. Ah, Sod's Law, you strike again. Oh, okay, so he's one of the white ones, I guess. Oh, so is he sinking to... He sinks into the mud. He was sort of climbing out on the grass. So I've never seen these before. They look pretty cool. Yeah. He seems to be interested in me. I don't know what he eats. Do you eat these? No. Do you eat seeds? I do eat cow. Do you want some cow? He doesn't want any cow. Okay, so I'm glad I saw that. I'm not going to do anything with the frogs. I think there's a few different varieties of frogs depending on the biome. But what I wanted to show you was this little pond here. This is probably the coolest thing I found in this mangrove swamp. It's like a little plunge pool. I don't know if it's generated like that. Like, I don't know if these generate periodically in the mangrove swamp. But it's got some tropical fish in them, which is what you'd find in the mangroves, I guess. So normally the only place where you'd find tropical fish is out in the oceans, but looks like they've added them in inland biome, which is quite cool. The watercolors kind of cool, bit murky, not bad. Yeah, I like it. I just wish that there was more life. Yeah, we just wish there was more life. The muddy mangrove root. So I like this block a lot. It will be really good in things like water and things like that. This block here is interesting. It's got texture to it, so that would be good. Now, to get the mud blocks, or whatever it's called, packed mud, you have to use a bit of hay, and then hay plus mud makes this packed mud. May as well use it, and then you can make mud bricks directly from that as well. So this is quite a cool block. Again, it's kind of like a subtle block, like it isn't a really bright bold color, so it will have a lot of uses, and I'm probably going to build with that in the future. This brick, however, I really like this brick. For too long, the only brick that we've really had is this one. I mean, there's like the nether brick, and there's the black stone and the deep slate brick, but they're really dark colors, and this is a really grey color. This is a bit of a warmer color, like a warmer brick to build out of. So yeah, really looking forward to doing this. Something that I noticed earlier that I didn't realize I noticed until now is that this mud is actually, it is a full block, but we saw with the frog earlier on how it's sunk into the mud, and if you look here, we do the same. So that's going to have some really cool redstone mechanics, because items on it will also drop down a little bit further. I believe it's really hard to see. Yeah, so items drop down a bit further as well, which means that like hopper minecarts and well, hoppers can pull through the block because it's not quite a block thick. So I'm sure this will get a lot of use. Okay, let's just make a crafting table and waste some of this valuable wood here. Can we make the strip logs? We can. Let's have a look at some of them. Well, no, the bark texture. That's a really good bark texture. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so let's put down some of these and strip it down. Okay, bit ready. That's quite nice though. I like that. I can see use for it. And I guess the planks is the last thing that we need to do. Oh, so this is quite ready as well. I thought it was going to be more like an antiquated colour. But it's kind of red, like a really, it's not like a really bright red, but yeah, it's interesting. It's not my favorite wood in the game, but I'm sure we can build with it. In fact, it's going to seem like I planned this, but I really didn't. Let's head back over to our moss farm collection point. Okay, we are here, and didn't like this before, so this is all going to go. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to replace this with some of the new wood. Let's get some planks out. Yeah, it's a lot more subtle. Goes quite nice with the acacia, actually. Okay, that's what it looks like. One final touch. Let's chuck this down and make some steps. Ooh, actually, I haven't had a look what the doors and trapdoors look like. Should be doing that right. Let's get a few more of these planks and mangrove door and mangrove trapdoor. Okay, they already look really different. Let's get rid of that and chuck this down. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like a manor door, I guess. And the trapdoor, let's replace it with this one. See how that looks. Okay. Yeah, we keep that. It doesn't look great. It's a bit different. I like that it's got like a little hatch hole in there, like a bit of a submarine hatch or something. So we'll keep that. And yeah, I'm liking the look of this room. It's quite interesting now. It's got a point of difference about it. I'll leave them corners in. They look quite cool. And yeah, pretty happy with how this room's looking. Like quite basic, but it didn't have to be anything fancy. It's just a collection point at the end of the day. Okay, where are we, you might ask? Anyone know? Well, where we are is we're on top of our hill. I don't have a name for this base. I don't have a name for the mountain base over there either, but if you have any names for either of these two bases, then chuck a comment in. Don't feel silly, and by commenting you'll be helping me out as well with the YouTube algorithmness. But what are we going to be doing today? Well, I've got this brown shulker box on me. Why, Rain? Hold on. Is this a storm? This is a storm. Right, we may go on a little tangent here. My grab bag, my trident. Let's I've got an anvil here, haven't I? Yeah. Let's Greg. Well, there's one. There we go. Don't blow. No! No, don't do this to me. Right. Crafting table. A bit of wood. And make some trapdoors. And okay. Where did he go? There he is. Right, need to aggro him. I can't see any skeletons around or anything like that. No, no, no. Shoot. Did he go in? Oh, I got so lucky. You shall be fine in there. Okay, the storm has passed and we have got ourselves a charged creeper to add to our collection. For those that aren't familiar with this series, this is our collector's world, and the idea is that we sort of museum and document everything in the world that we can. There's no rush to do it. I do it in forms of collections. So for instance, we've got like all the different colored sheep. We've got a dye collection. We have got a crop collection over in that building, over in that mountain there. And we've got a few other collections here and there. Monster collections is something that we haven't started yet, but we certainly need to. But we are on top of our mountain hillside base, I should say. And I've spent quite a few hours leveling out this bit of land here. So this brown shulker, what is in it? It is all the different tree stuffs. Yeah, dark oak, mangrove, log, jungle, spruce, acacia, crimson stem, birch. We're missing some of the warped logs, but we've got some warped fungus and we've got some of the warped mycelium as well. So we should be able to grow that. So that's 9 in total, and they're going to go around this edge. This shape is not finalized. I've made it very rough and ready, very straight in order, just so we can plan it. But if you notice, the 3 different sides are very different. So this is like got a cliff on the rear of it, which means that we've got access to high up. So I'm thinking jungle trees here, spruce trees, mangrove trees along this edge. This overlooks a cliff, so I would say put our smaller ones there. So like oak, birch, and not sure what else. I'll have a think. Acacia maybe, but they can overhang and be annoying. And these are all ground level, so all 3 different sides are different. The only side which I need to think about what I'm going to put really is this side over here, because we've got the elevation, which means we can get up higher. The space in the middle, we're actually missing 2 trees from the list off here. I'm not counting chorus as a tree. It doesn't produce any logs, but what I'm going to put here is an azalea garden. So this will be our two last types of trees. We've got the flowering azalea and the normal azalea. So that I make that 11 trees in total. So 9 around the edge, 2 from the nether, and 2 azaleas here. So we are running a little bit out of time after that little bit of a tangent we just had. I'm glad we had it. It was a good tangent. It was pretty fun. Could have ended a lot worse. But I'm going to cut away here just to get the bases down. We're not going to complete this area aesthetically today because the video is starting to get a little bit long. So yeah, I'm going to crack on for a bit and just see where this takes us. Some time has passed and I've been working a bit longer on this, but I'm sort of want to get this video out and we're sort of running out of footage and I just don't want to do it all in a one-er. So I think I'm going to spread this out over a few episodes, but where are we? It's looking pretty good. Just over here we can see it. So this is our tree exhibit and there's a lack of trees right now. But let's show you around, see what we can do. So this is sort of doubling up as areas that we can farm. I'm thinking about using this packed mud as the sort of base texture. If we had a bit more detail, then it would look quite cool. We need to sort of terraform these walls and might make some like cool scaffolding so we can get to the tops of these trees really easily. So how we're going to do this, let's have a look. So I've got some bone meal and bits on me. And let's just plonk one down there and grow a mangrove tree. So there's a mangrove. And I'm going to do this to all the trees around. And the last one done. That's not the best spruce I've ever grown in my life. Can't actually see the wood. But anyway, cool. So chuck some of these back and chuck the spruce back in. So the last two touches we need to do is in with this center plot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a chest in the middle here. And something that maybe automatically sends up the bone meal to here. So if we wanted if we wanted to farm some wood, then we have bone meal on demand. But let's chuck this down here maybe, and this down, I don't know, here, and bone meal these up as well. And there we go. We've got all the trees in the game and they are looking pretty cool. So this will be the entrance to it. It goes through like this sort of small pseudo cave thing that rips through the mountain. I did block out, it did carry on to the top, but this was all like a shattered hilltop. So I repaired the hilltop and filled it all in. But here we go. So yeah, we got our spruce. So I've made all the scaffolding out of the same wood that the tree grows here. And if it's got anything special that it grows on or something unusual that you might associate with it, I've put that down as like the dirt, the ground, you know. So spruce, and I need to chop a few of these down to get wood to actually do this exhibit. But yeah, we got the warped here, the crimson here, the acacia, the jungle. I always want to call this pine, birch, oak, dark oak, and the new mangrove one. And that's actually a really cool looking generation. Pretty happy with that. It's got some of the fruits growing on it. Anyway, it's becoming nighttime and there is no light in here, but I'm pretty happy with what we've done today. We've explored the new mangrove swamp and we've made a new exhibit here. And this exhibit is, the base of it is starting to look really nice. So I think we'll leave it there. Until next time, see you later.